Let's
2 and 10.
2
and 10?
Not 2 and 10. Bengals 1 and 10.
The Colts, as we mentioned, is sitting on the outside looking in at this point in time. They need a result from other teams in order to get into the playoffs. Frank Reich, obviously disappointing for him as head coach. Let's dip into his press conference after this loss for them.
Whatever the case may be, I just think that's the way most players and coaches think, to be honest with you. So, yeah, it ends like this with 2 weeks back to back, and all those things that you're saying, Stephen, are very true and very fair.
Speaking of a passing game, I mean, Michael Pittman has been so consistent for you guys this year. So for him to not have a target in the first half, I mean, was there something they were doing to take him out of it, or what did you notice out there?
It just felt like we just didn't have a ton of snaps. We weren't converting. We weren't converting. And then, I mean, they took him away a couple times and just didn't go his way. And then, we just didn't make enough first downs. When you don't move the ball, when you don't make first downs, nobody's going to get touches or targets, or no one's going to get enough. And that was really the story, of much of the game, but especially the first half. We weren't generating any offense. They were possessing. It felt like they were possessing the ball, making first downs. And then when we got it, we didn't help ourselves. Poor on third down, missed a couple fourth downs that we never should miss. So that goes back to coaching and playing.
You mentioned the passing game in the second half of the season. Frank, you went out and said you wanted Carson in as a quarterback. If you look at his production as far as getting things done in the passing game, somebody questioned, did he do enough to show that he could be a long-term guy here?
Yeah, I think Carson did a lot. I mean, I think we're a team. I think he's our quarterback. And, I think we're all going to learn and grow from this year. How to utilize every player that we have to the fullest. I think there were a lot of bright moments for him, for Carson. So, again, I'm not going to go deep into individual assessment. But I certainly think when you look at the overall year, there was a lot of bright spots on this team in general. There's still a lot of positives that you take from it. The one thing I will say that I said in the locker room is you got to have the maturity to understand that even though there could be a finality to this season, you can't just let it be in vain. You can't let it be in vain. You got to learn from it, and you got to figure out, okay, why did we finish the way we did this year? And then let's not let that happen next year. So you get back up to that spot on the mountain next year. Hey, remember we were here last year. Remember what happened? That's not happening this year. That's the kind of stuff I think that we have to do.
Frank, you guys talked a lot about you guys climbing from 0-3 and 1-4 to get your spot. After the Cardinals game, you had 2 games to win or get in, and you didn't get it done. As a head coach, is this the most disappointing you've felt after a game in your 4 years here?
Probably so. Probably so. I mean, it's pretty disappointing, the last 2 games. Last week was pretty hard, but just never expected it. Like I said, I thought we had, I knew last week wasn't the best of weeks, for a couple different, and I don't really ever feel like that, but last week was a little bit off, but this week was back to normal. We were humming, and great practice, great energy from top to bottom in every way, and so was not expecting this.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Just real quick, do you have?
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.